online readers for teachers. So when you go to the digital workbook, you'll see at the top the links to the grammar exercises. Below that, you see the readers. They're divided into 3 sections: Home and School, Portland People and Places, 7 Wonders of Oregon. I'll start here with Home and School and show you. It says Read Book. It's not like a regular book that you've read before. There are 2 different ways you can access the material inside. You can go to Contents, and they're divided up into separate stories. I'll show you Nikki and Matt are classmates, but if you look down here in the corner, that's another way to get to it. So if you go to Nikki and Matt are classmates, you'll see at the top you have this URL that now you could copy and paste if you want to let your students just look at this reading by itself. You can put this into however you're storing your content and isolate it. If you scroll through here, you'll see pictures and sentences below it, and this is what your students will be doing. When they get to the bottom, when they finish reading their book, there are comprehension questions for them to answer and some other H5P activities and maybe a discussion question. The first reader in this series is all about greetings and introductions, which is also the theme of the grammar exercises. So it can all go together, and the vocabulary that the students are encountering is recycled many times and used in many different ways. Teachers can help students go farther just beyond the basic readers and just what's in the readers. Because a lot of these readers talk about geography in Oregon and Portland, a good idea is to use Google Maps. Students can see where these locations are in relation to where they are right now. We love using Padlet to search for ideas that are related to the topics in each of the readers, and students can share with each other what they've found out. They can translate vocabulary words, use online dictionaries or Youglish to hear pronunciation, use a corpus to see words used in written context. We're also going to show you some ways as a teacher that you can go even farther with the material and extend the learning depending on your student's level and your time.
Here's an example of a reading that I used with a class and some extension activities from the reading that used a lot of digital skills. So this reading is about Hugo going to school and work, and you can see here he is with his dog Luis. After we did some reading activities in different pairings, I had students work in partners on this Google Doc that I wrote. I wrote some questions. Can you help Hugo and Luis find information for their lives? And I provided these websites like TriMet for transportation, the county library, bike shops and pets, and Portland Parks and Rec. And then I created these questions for the students to answer in the document. You can see their answers here. They were able to follow a link to open this openly shared Google Doc and answer the questions. In doing that, they were reading and writing. They were skimming for information in these multimedia sites. They were improving their digital literacy skills through all of this. And they even found a pretty good name for a dog. Beatrice is pretty cool.
So as you can see, these readers are really quite flexible. They can be used quickly. Students can kind of skim through them and read them, or they can really get in depth. It really depends on their level of interest, their skill level, and timing is a big part of it. If you have a lot of time, you can make the readers the center of your whole class. You can begin your class using the digital workbook with the readers and then build on that and see where you go from there. Be creative and think about how the information in the readers applies to students' lives, how they can connect to what they are reading. it's all about the context. But because this material is so flexible, you really have many, many directions you can go with it. Again, we're providing you with the raw material, but you can build from there in many different directions. This has been Using the Online Readers for Teachers.